It's go time.
This is the K-Pop Cast, and in this episode, we discuss Young Posse cultural appropriation, Ateez concert experience, Katseye drama, and Suga's DUI updates.
We also share K-pop music video or K-pop music comebacks from Taemin, ZeroBaseOne, BamBam, and Card, and Ateez. We also talk about Ateez.
So body rolls galore. We've got artists that are in the rain, in the water. We talk about Waterbomb LA and our mixed feelings about it.
And sex is in the air. Or is it sexy is in the air?
Either way, whatever sounds right to you.
We discuss this at length. We spend way too long figuring out what those lyrics are saying.
I don't think we actually figured it out.
Stay tuned. But hey, before we get into all of that, don't forget to join the K-Pop Cast listener fam on Slack and help chip in for our editing costs. Links to those in the episode description.
And shout out to Lady Sensa for the $15 monthly subscription. And now for our hit replays.
Replay.
I'm Joe.
I'm Stephanie.
I'm DJ Peter Lowe.
And hello, everybody. I'm your PD Michaela, and Hit Replays are K-pop songs we recommend for the week. So, Peter, kick us off with your Hit Replay.
Okay, so mine is the GTA themed music video from Young Posse, the group who's unencumbered by sounds and concepts wherever they come from. So we're going to actually
What's the name of the song?
Oh, this song is called Ate That, completing the third arc of their music-themed trilogy of music videos. From macaroni cheese
Yes.
to double extra large.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
To Ate That.
Oh my gosh, mind blown.
And Joe's like, no,
So there was a greater vision all along, guys.
It wasn't just random.
Okay, so we're gonna react to this song, but wait, maybe Joe wants to say something before we start reacting.
Well, to keep
Joe.
it with the California theme, to quote Keisha Cole, I just want it to be over.
So, hey, K-Pop Cast listeners, this is your chance to have your parasocial relationship with us. You can just pull up this music video on your browser if you're listening along at home. And you can hit play to Young Posse's Ate That at the same time we hit play. Mm-hmm. Or if you're watching this as a YouTube reaction, just watch the video. Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. I'll count us down. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. We are low riding past Venice Beach.
Was that a Ben and Jerry PPL or?
Yeah.
Oh, obviously.
I like how she's just like, whatever. There's a guy from Double Extra Large.
Randy's Donuts.
It's go time.
I just love this. And then like suddenly or just
They start dancing.
just all the visual video game UI and everything.
Yeah, they do look like video game characters.
And specifically
please.
Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah, GTA. Yeah.
Don't call it comeback.
It's just so silly. Just like they flop over the front of the car and pull over as police. Oh, and then they've got the stars just like GTA. That's your how dangerous you are
and
level.
hopping the fence, yeah.
Oh, and it's blinking because they're losing the police.
The thing is, the quality of the animation is not the best, but I'm not mad at it.
No, because that's what GTA
it's-
looked like. It looked exactly like this.
It's accurate.
Yeah. And Tower Records.
Records. I see what they did there.
Yeah. Got cake on the eyes.
Does the UPS truck say YPS, like Young Posse?
Posse.
Bada
Black
believe
people,
it.
finally.
Oh, look, they got all the money. Blockbusted.
Blockbusted. 5-0.
And with the helicopter, that's just like GTA when you're at the 5-star
Yep.
wanted level.
I was about to say, as somebody who's never played the video game, is this accurate to the experience?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. This
It makes
part,
me want to play again.
Yeah, with the wind's not blowing their hair. I think that's kind of silly.
But they're not going to have the secret, like, sex scene, right? That's not
Was that secret?
We'll find out.
Oh,
You have to...
see, and
I
then
guess it's not
they had
secret.
the wheel for selecting your weapon, and so they've got the gun from the last music video, as
Oh, the
well as
grandma's
that's the
back, too.
director's mom. There's the cheaply animated. Okay, and this is where we start to get into like the
got
appropriation territory.
Black people's approval. Gotta have that rubber stamp. Boogie on the flow.
Oh, so it just dawned on me. They're eating donuts and then they're also
Doing donuts.
peeling donuts. Yeah. And it's cake.
The money is cake, of course.
They're playing on the PSP. It's a tasted. Because in the game it says wasted if you get.
Wasted, yes.
And again, all these UI, even that loading screen at the bottom right there. Young Posse. All right.
That's like when it's saving and you pass a level or something.
Right. Or transitioning between zones for your storage
Right.
to load into RAM. But yeah, okay. So look, I know this song is not going to be liked by everyone.
I noticed Joe had made no comment the entire
Yeah,
time.
Joe was just silent that entire time.
Joe's over it. What if this were the first one they came out with? What would you think?
Me or
Who's the
Joe?
question for?
Joe.
I don't know. I like. I think I'm in a weird spot because it's just like
Yeah.
my soundtrack hasn't really been mostly K-pop this summer. It's been mostly West Coast hip hop because of the
Because of Young Posse, of course.
no because of the because of the hip hop civil war that we had earlier. I was listening
Yeah.
to Kendrick Lamar and all the other West Coast hip hop artists, and I'm just like. The things that were being argued at the time, and then to come on this and just like, ooh, I felt
What's behind the oof?
I felt uncomfortable with Young Posse when they first came out. And then I was and I've been trying to interrogate why does Young Posse make me so uncomfortable, but XG is just fine. And I think it's the fact that the thing that we were talking about with Drake and Kendrick was people who use the culture to make money and make a mockery of it, and then people who use the culture to use it as art to push the culture forward. XG is backed up by people who, even though they've made some missteps, they're backed up by people who have a serious love for the culture and the love of hip hop. This just, it's, and I know John has said something. We've had long conversations around similar topics, but this just doesn't feel. I don't feel that it's respecting.
It feels more like
the respecting the culture.
mockery.
Yeah, it feels a lot more
Like a
like
joke of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, speaking of John, should we play his comments as well?
Sure. I was going to jump in and say, like, yes, they are very much wearing this as a costume, right? Like, it's an aesthetic. So let's not pretend that it's not that, because it absolutely is. But okay. All right. So here's DJ John coming in with a spicy take.
All right, so here's my spicy take on comments regarding Young Posse's Ate That, and it's not really all that spicy. I just wanted to comment, and this is with love to all y'all, talking about how you think it's like cultural appropriation. I think Peter and Todd and Joe were kind of like, not really feeling it. And we can disagree on stuff. It's like, whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to lay the foundation. Cultural appropriation defined by Britannica.com. I just Googled it. When members of a minority group adopt cultural elements of a minority group in an exploitative, disrespectful, or stereotypical way. okay. I'm not really sure what that means specifically, and I'll be interested in seeing if they like remove the C-Walk part of the video. But other than that, to me, it's just parodying the Grand Theft Auto video game that Sony made or whoever made it, which is full of G-Funk and Los Angeles stereotypes. People copy what they like, and they just go in from different angles, especially K-pop. And, you know, K-pop has historically copied Black American hip-hop and R&B ever since So Taiji in the mid-'90s, so I don't see how this is any different from any of that. And some of this copying and emulating, it can be cringy and kind of corny or whatever because things get lost in cultural translation, but I don't think anyone's necessarily trying to belittle a minority group by doing that. I think they're just like going with what they think is cool, you know, or what they think is going to be, you know, work in the music. And I'm totally open to being wrong. I feel like if Snoop saw this video, he'd get a kick out of it. But anyway, I'll kick it back to you guys. You can tell me, you know, teach me a lesson or something. I'm totally open to anything. And you can join us in the Slack for continued discussion.
There's a Slack. Yeah, link in the episode description.
Yeah, promoting the Slack. Thanks, John.
I mean, look, I agree that their intent was probably to just be like, hey, we're going to take cool elements no matter where it comes from. However, I think just given the vibe and context that Young Posse just goes for as a concept and as a group, it tends to be very silly, which is what I love them for. But I think that then, therefore, gives this look that Joe's describing of like, well, it looks like they're just making a mockery of the source material.
So does that mean they have to do like what BTS did and do like a whole American Hustle Life series where they come to America and get mentored by OGs in the industry?
Or you could, like, this is what probably sets XG apart from everybody. And people hate bringing up XG because they're technically not K-pop, but like XG has people that are vets in both the Asian hip hop game and the American hip hop game. Like Woke Up was written by Jake and lyrics from Year of the Ox. And when they rap and when they sing R&B, it sounds intentional and serious, like an intentional, serious, or like a serious attempt to, I guess, edify. Is edify the right word?
Well, they know the material, right?
To honor the lineage, to really participate in the field.
Not saying that they're just like BTS, but like how BTS specifically, like with Namjoon goes out of his way to work with and promote people from the culture. And I mean, I guess I could see the being cutesy with the San Andreas Grand Theft Auto, but like, you know, I think it's probably the bias that this group has never really been it for me. So yeah, that's probably what's coloring my negative reaction.
Yeah. And, you know, I do not doubt you're alone in that sentiment, Joe. I think a lot of people are feeling that same way. So as DJ John referenced in his message there, Todd was the first to kind of point it out in our Slack, like, yeah, you know, does this ever, what did Todd say exactly? He said, anyone else not feeling this just leaned too far into the LA G-funk that it felt like cosplay. And I think Todd's remarks kind of summed it up. I was really into it for the first two choruses, but on the bridge and then the end when they, you know, started, you know, peeling donuts or just like, you know, when they're trying to be more G-funk, like it felt like. I
think it was the genre switch up that threw it off. Like the chorus and the verses are all G-funk, but that bridge is New Orleans bounce. And that's a whole, and like it's been done.
There we go.
That you can do that. Other people have like switched to a New Orleans bounce bridge, but for whatever reason, it did not work here. Yeah.
For me, visually, it just came off as being like, okay, this is starting to feel like appropriation, like on the third chorus, especially for me. But the reason why it's a hit replay, sorry.
Okay. Coming back around. It's Peter's hit replay. We shall hear
it's
it.
just, what I do like about Young Posse is just that they, they don't take themselves too seriously, I think to their detriment in this case. But it continues this very comedic, in my opinion, comedic, because they're laughing at themselves most of the time.
Right.
And they got all the GTA tropes and references here. And I think, Michaela, like maybe you were saying like, oh, this looks poorly animated. It's like, yes, that was on purpose. Like, because it's done in exactly like the PS1 blocky style, you know, from the different eras of GTA. So yeah, I think for that, it's a hit replay. Not the best song. Like XXL was my favorite.
Double XL
was my favorite song by them. But and I would even say Macaroni and Cheese is better than this song. But this I still like.
Yeah, I enjoyed the GTA reference.
All that, like,
it was entertaining or
maybe
funny.
Maybe if they had a little smoke in there, that would have been, or like all you had to do was follow the damn train, CJ. Like if they gave me something like that, maybe it would have worked better for me. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's switch gears to the other group under DSP Media Entertainment. We are talking about My Hit Replay, the best hit replay.
The best hit replay of this.
But also the most innovative K-pop group of all time. Obviously, it's KARD with their second B-side off of their latest EP, Boombox.
You be my boombox, baby. DJ go turn it up. You be my boombox, baby. Let me remix you. Let me remix you. You be my boombox, baby. Go turn the speakers up. You be my boombox, baby. Let me remix you. Let me remix you.
KARD, if you don't know, you better, because again, like I said, they are the most innovative K-pop group out on the scene right now, because they are the only co-ed group out on the scene right now, or at least the most successful. We have seen a few others try and fail, but KARD are still going strong after 7 years, technically 8, but 7 years now.
7
That
years.
this year they've finally passed the curse that most groups go through and are now back with this probably the best EP they've ever done. And also a beginning of a pivot for them, where they are trying to, after they've, for the past 7 years have established themselves with a strong international fan base, have come from their like more intense style to a title track that's a little more easy listening with Tell My Mama, in a sense that they're trying to pick a song that they think that the Korean public would better like. But me, obviously, I love them for their banger clangers, so my hit replay from the album is Boombox, because for one, we have never heard the girls sound so strong vocally, with like this like beautiful like lower register R&B notes that they're hitting in this, and I just love it so much for that, because with their banger clanger stuff, you don't really get to hear them like shine as strong vocally, and they are some of them like the best vocalists in K-pop. So that's why it's my hit replay. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, I love it. I think KARD's been killing it a lot lately. Unfortunately, like for better or for worse, they are not at that threshold of popularity where it can drop them in the middle of a set, like at the peak hour.
Mm-hmm. From your DJing at parties experience.
At these like K-pop club night events. Mm-hmm. But I do play a lot of their songs in the 9 to 10:30, borderline 11 o'clock window. Just because like this song would fit perfectly in that vibe, and that's where we can get away with playing like a lot of the new songs. The not peak energy, songs when the room is still filling out. This song would go perfectly in that vibe. So I like it. It's a good song. It's a good jam.
It was fun. I really do like hearing Jason cussing English.
Right. Yeah. And that was the other note that I forgot to mention, was like, even though they are trying to pivot more to like get more of a Korean fan base, the EP is still like 98% English, with like the last two being whatever Korean words J-Sef throws in his verse.
Where do they say they're trying to go towards
They've said
Korean
this
fan
in
base
several of
with
their
this?
interviews. The one that I found, I think, was from the Korea Times, where I believe it was Jiwoo was talking about like we've come with a lot of like reggaeton and moombahton in our songs, and
You mean Cardicle House?
yeah, Cardicle House.
Yeah.
Tropical House.
But we found that at least the Korean public find those are harder to approach as genres, or at least the general public. And so they've come with at least the title track, Tell My Mama, is more, I think they call it electro pop, a little bit more chill
Pop.
something that more the general public in Korea would like.
Joe.
Uh,
I mean, there's a
Yeah,
reason
I
that's not
mean-
my hit replay. There's a reason Boombox is my hit replay. I Tell My Mama is a good card song, but I think the sound that I love from them is Boombox.
I wonder how that works though, like, financially, business-wise, like how much is the domestic market, for them? How critical is the domestic market for them for their success? I think in the past, like, it's what sustains the, like, groups in between those peaks and valleys and so that you don't have to go on tour all the time abroad.
And that's where they've been making their bag, is the fact that they tour or have tried to tour basically every year. Even before they debuted, they were on tours. And because they had such a strong international fan base. But now that they're at technically Rainbow Bridge World, which is, the main company over DSP Media right now, I feel like Rainbow Bridge is probably trying to tap into more of that local market now that they're under them.
It would be interesting to see more Rainbow Bridge artists do collabs with them. Like, remember what happened to the card hidden member concept? Like, can we bring that
the hidden
back?
card concept?
Oh, yeah.
Card.
The hidden.
And then can we have like
Yes.
more like hidden cards be like, oh, Purple Kiss, Mamamoo, someone from DSP, RBW.
Yeah.
That would be so fun.
Shoot.
Yeah.
If not Mamamoo, Wasa and Card would just
Hwasa.
talk about, like, Taemin won't be the only person to talk about sex in the air.
Hot.
But transitioning to another hot solo artist, Stephanie, where my hit replay is people who are usually intense going more slow jam. We have a slow jam guy getting a little bit more fiery.
I was just thinking that. So my hit replay is BamBam. Thank you, come again.
I'm like, thank you, come again. Next time, pull up with your friends. Only link with bad bitches, all you see is nice and teens. I just jumped inside the rolls, I got tired of the beans. Let the sound of money counters, I can hear you come again. I've been spinning in as fast as it be coming in. She said I'm tripping, but I never fall in love again. She was down bad, can see up again. I can hear you if you broke. Come again.
BamBam is a Thai rapper and singer, member of boy
this little
band
group you might have heard
GOT7. And I learned, you might have heard of GOT7, pretty legendary actually. And BamBam's name, I learned, comes from the Flintstones, Bam Bam Rubble. And also looking into him today, I found out he was part of a dance crew with Lisa of Blackpink back in Thailand, and that he got into K-pop because his mom was a big fan of Rain and would take him to the concerts. And he got discovered by winning a Rain cover dance contest in Thailand. So I'm just like, oh, yep, just connecting the dots here. So BamBam, along with the rest of GOT7, left JYP in 2021 and joined the Abyss Company, where some of his famous label mates include Sunmi and Sandara Park. And so why it's a hit replay for me? Mainly because of this dance practice video. His moves are just sharp. And there are attempts at twerking that I appreciate the effort. Twerking on the floor, hands on the floor. Get it, girls. Get it, little booties.
Throwing the hell out that back.
And throw the hell out the back. Yes, arching that back. throwing it out. And I thought the beat was like, it reminded me of my golden era, going out to the clubs right after college. Or was it, no, not even right after college, like during college, during high school even. And the fact that in the dance practice video, you don't hear the records track, you hear the music booming in the room with the echo. It makes you feel like you're in the club again. And so I looked up who did the beat. Some of the collaborators on this track include Murda Beats, who did Drake Nice for What. There's Derek Milano, who did Megan and Beyonce Savage Remix. Ariel Imani worked with Summer Walker, Sexy Red. So this is for twerking, which, thank you, Michaela, for finding this interview. BamBam did an interview with 1 Million Dance Company where he was like, this is a song where I wanted to feature twerking, and where PD Neem kind of set me up for the contrast with Card here is that BamBam actually said, you know, the Korean audience can be a little bit timid when it comes to this stuff. They think twerking is too intense. And so when I performed this abroad in South America, I wanted to give something more for the international fans' taste. And I said, yes, I am international fan. More twerking, please. So he's speaking my language here. I loved it.
I want this song to be popular, just so we can bring twerking back to K-pop. Like,
bring twerking back to K-pop.
Like, was twerking ever a thing in?
I want to see like black people cover this. That's what I want to see.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm waiting on TikTok.
I'm waiting on him to finally start touring in the US.
Come on, ladies and gents.
He's been touring a lot in like Asia, but his solo tour hasn't come here yet. Yeah.
Really? I thought he did come to
I mean,
US
for this
last
year, though.
Or this
He
year.
wasn't here this year. Yeah. This
Oh,
new
for this
release,
album?
this new song.
Yeah, he should come back
I
around.
would love to see this in person. Maybe Waterbomb 2025,
yes.
BamBam. Hey.
Probably. Waterbomb is just bringing everyone now.
Preview.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it, but before that, we're gonna get into our last hit replay, which is Joe. Take it away.
The group that this is by, y'all already know them. They're one of the top groups of the 4th Gen. I have nothing else to say. Play the clip, please.
But what is the song, Joe? What is the song?
Are we
though?
gonna?
I know.
No, we're not gonna react.
I'm sorry, but the song, my hit
Okay, we're
replay
all
for this
waiting.
week is "It's You" by Ateez, San Woo Young, and Young.
On my body, I don't wanna stop until the break of dawn. 널 향한 내 무대는 끝이었어 아직도. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, it's you. On my body, I don't wanna stop until the break of dawn. 널 위한 내 노래가 세상 가득 퍼져가. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, it's you.
Yeah, so this is they debuted in 2018 under KQ Entertainment, initially as KQ Fellas, and they've quickly become one of the most popular boy groups of the 4th Gen. I kind of call this group the Lady Killer line because it is Woo Young, Yeosang, and San. San.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway. So they've always been my almost but not quite group of the 4th Gen. They have all the elements that I like, but there wasn't a song that I could particularly latch on to make me like go all in. This song, "It's You," is the closest that they've gotten me. So it's basically like a Travis Scott inspired take on Quiet Storm R&B, a lot of auto-tune. And skirt and auto-tune yas. And in terms of performance, it's a lot of body rolls, a lot of interesting camera placement if you saw them live on tour, and lower
body
it's
camera
like
placement.
There's during the chorus there's like a body roll and the camera pans up from their shoes like while they're body rolling, so and then it slows down when it hits the midsection, like the belt area, and then continues rolling up. Right,
They know what we want to see.
And then the final thing I have for my why it's my hit replay, I just said, "Hey, Mr. Mountain," because
Son.
hey,
Son
Mr.
means
Mountain,
mountain.
how you doing? So, like, what did you guys think of it?
I got Kai vibes.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would do this.
Yes.
Like I was thinking, like there was just 4 little Kais in front of me.
Kai
Little?
would be found in a baby blue silk blouse and tight Yep. In San's outfit. I could see that.
I don't know. I don't have much to say.
Right.
Other
I'm
than
very
there's a reason
unfortunate.
why Ateez is popular.
Right.
So
I did not
Lady
get to see
killer
this in
line. We've
person.
got the demon line. Like,
We're going to talk about them. Yeah.
all
no,
right.
thank you for sharing. Even though it came out a while ago, it's like really special because the tour just finished. And so we can all revisit, savor, and enjoy. Thanks, Joe.
Yep. Okay, moving us along. So kpopdances.com every week has a sort of like proxy for popularity in terms of like not just what's streaming the most, but like what people actually dance to and care about. We go to see what are the most popularly covered K-pop dances every week. Let's do the top 12. So number 12, we've got Bad Villain by Bad Villain. Their self-titled single. Then we got Hypen XO. That song is really good. Number 10, we got NCT Walk. Number 9 with Espadrama. Number 8.
Can you say which ones are like new entries? This is their first time on the list?
I want to say maybe in Hypen XO is a new entry.
And Hyphen is the only new entry, I think.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Where was I? So number 8, Let's Hear from Smart. Number 7, G Idol Klaxon. The horn honking song. Number 6, Kiss of Life, Midas Touch. That song is still on there. Number 5, we've got Lisa Rockstar. Number 4, we've got Stray Kids Chick Chick Boom. Number 3, we've got Espo Supernova. And do you guys want to guess what are in the top 2? It's pretty predictable.
Let's see if Joe can guess.
Is it girl
I think
groups?
the only other is it a girl group?
They are both 2 girl groups.
Okay, 2 girl groups. Yep.
Okay, so one of them I know is got to be Sticky.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it first or second?
I'm gonna say second because you know how the K-pop public gets about the suggestive dances. They get, like BamBam was not lying.
That's going to be the theme of this episode. Like, come on, Koreans. Just
Come
get
on.
into like the sexy.
Yeah, loosen up.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're right. So Kiss of Life is at number 2. Or Sticky by Kiss of Life is at number 2.
Yeah.
At 41 covers. Can you guess what's number 1 at 60 covers?
Is it new or is it old?
Old.
From this year, though.
Oldish.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, Joe, try. Yeah.
Because I was gonna say New Woman, but if it's old, it's not that.
Is it Armageddon?
Yes, it's Armageddon.
Oh, got you.
Because
I was like, I see drama on here. I don't see
yes,
the other one. And I
as we've
see
established
Supernova.
with this chart, is Armageddon and Sticky are battling it out for the number 1 spot at this point.
I love the commentary.
There's a big delta between 60 and 41. That's a significant gap. Okay, all right, let's move on. So, how you doing, Joe? What's your hot issue? What is your thing you want to share with us?
So this past weekend or 2 weekends ago now, I went to my first official K-pop concert, third Korean music event, but first official K-pop concert. I got to see Ateez live at Rosemont in Rosemont at Allstate Arena, and I am forever changed. I need everybody to understand that.
That is such an amazing
so-
first concert. Stephanie, can you imagine your first K-pop
Yo.
concert being Ateez?
Are you serious? Yeah.
Peter,
come
can you
on,
imagine?
man.
And it was made all the more sweeter because I got my tickets for free $99.
What? Wow.
So Joshua Min-soo Kim, who is the editor of Tone Glow, was the guest writer at Asian Arts Initiative for August.
Right.
So he was like our mentor writer at the residency that I'm doing. And we were doing karaoke and I did some K-pop songs. Bad, drunken karaoke of K-pop
Which I'm
songs.
sure was still top tier.
And so Joshua's from the Chicago area, and he hit me up that Saturday or that earlier that day of the concert and said, I have 2 tickets to the Ateez concert tonight and I can't use them. Do you want to go?
Nice.
Now, like
The night of?
right. And so I said, let me get back to you. I called my cousin, who is the only other K-pop fan I know in person. And I said, girl, what are you doing? Change your plans because I have tickets to Ateez tonight. Do you want to go? So we ended up going. Seats were great. We were on the, right side of the stage. So I was looking like we were off to the side, but we got in kind of late because Chicago traffic is whatever. So we got in. I think Wake Up. It was between Wake Up and before Gorilla because Hongjoon has a guitar solo, and he was on top of up in the ball pyramid thing that they had on stage doing his solo. And so we got there, and Gorilla is not one of my favorite Ateez songs. But experiencing it live was definitely something to see. Especially for the Break the Wall, there was fire. They had a dance crew.
It was actual production.
And it was actual production.
So it wasn't just the members on a
stage.
like blank empty stage with
like
the backing track.
There was actual production. Yeah, there was actual production. It was still a little bit of press play because I think the only live music per se was Hongjoon's Hongjoon's guitar solo. But
there were some props. There were some effects.
Oh, the tentacles.
Yep,
Did you see the tentacles?
Oh, there were like dramatic moments where I think it was Woo Young and oh gosh, I forgot the other 2 members, but there was this like thing where you know how they're pirates and they're always on the run from the law, and basically Wing's like angelic themes were like flowing throughout the concert, and I think the dancers who were acting as the policemen, it was like a moment where everybody was like, oh, because they caught Woo Young and they throw these feathers in the air like they're tearing his wings off. And everybody was just like, oh my gosh, what? And I was kind of like, oh, okay. I don't know why I thought about Michael Flatley's Lord of the Dance, but there's like a similar moment that happens in Lord of the Dance where like the evil people catch Michael Flatley and like basically beat him down, which is what they do to Woo Young. And I'm trying to like maintain a distance, like, okay, this is extra, but at the same time, my heart is like, oh my God. But to briefly go through like some of the highlights, It's You, obviously. Now, the clothing for the It's You performance, I would not have, because they were wearing sweaters, which like was very, it was like, but they were tight and they had like a lace detail on the side, but so it was like very 90s, early 2000s R&B.
Yeah, there were too many sweaters back then too.
In terms of, right. Like the sweaters up to here.
Oh, turtleneck. Oh.
But it worked for the performance. Cyberpunk happened. I looked at my cousin when those chairs came out on stage, and I was just like, I'm not ready. I'm so not ready. Because the chair that San is in for that performance is on my side of the stage.
He heard you were going to be there
already. So. Right. And I'm just losing my whole entire mind.
My question for you, Joe, because this is
yes.
the question of the tour, is who was your bias going into the show and who was your bias going out of the show, and why was it not San if it wasn't?
So San is my bias in Ateez. But the demon line, the rest of the demon line, which is Songhwa and Woo Young, gave my man a run for his money. Like Songhwa, there's a moment during Halagia where I believe the intention was they were playing off the Gregorian chant where like I think what they were going for was Sungwa being possessed
I know
during
exactly
his part
what
of
you're
the
talking
song.
about.
But it wasn't given, the facial expression was not given possession.
Ooh.
Like the facial expression was given, I need a cigarette. And he wasn't the only one. There were actually multiple faces that I clocked during the performance.
Totally intent. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing.
That and bouncy.
Oh yes, make it bouncy.
Bouncy live was just, and I felt like this the whole time. Bouncy is a probate song.
Wait,
it's a stroll.
What does that
it's
mean?
a stroll.
You're gonna have to explain for the listeners.
Okay, so probates are these things where in the Divine Nine, they're black sororities and fraternities. They do these things called strolls. And it's basically where you're dancing to a song, but you're walking in a line. And that's basically what my thought process was when Bouncy came out. And that was further cemented that night because it's the way they go back to that choreography and they're walking on a line that whole time. And I was just like, yeah, I feel like somebody had either contact with a Black Step team or somebody that was a Divine Nine member. But yeah, Bouncy was a high point. And then Youth, which was Mingy and, oh gosh. It's a really cute song and it's a really cute moment the way they set it up. It's like it's like a double-sided phone booth and two friends talking to each other. And they're, the song is about like not letting life pass you by. But it's also an optimistic New Jack Swing song.
Okay, these are too many positive things. What are the criticisms?
Yeah,
can we end on a criticism, Joe? Come on.
Okay, so the criticisms. It is a press play.
There's no live band. So there's no like a lot of live.
And there's not like
no live
remixes or new extended versions.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what else.
Barking.
Oh, barking.
There was barking. I mean, of course, there was barking at the Ateez tour.
There was barking. There was. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of barking. Period. Oh,
They
and
did
the
the
wave. I'm tired of the wave. They did the wave. Now, I will say shout out to Ateez, whoever was running the light stick software, because when we were doing the wave, they got the light sticks to sync up with the wave while everybody else was doing the wave. And also shout out to my cousin, because I've heard a lot about people crying, specifically like from Tamar and other people. And my cousin cried, but it was more of she was very happy that she got to experience my first K-pop experience.
How sweet.
Also, I am very apologetic because she got her hair done earlier in the day and her hair, that silk press was gone by the end of the concert.
Dancing, sweating.
Okay, so that's
Lena,
your
I am
advice.
so sorry,
that's your advice
but
for
you.
anybody for their first K-pop concert.
Your hair up,
Wrap your hair up, come in
Protective
braids.
styles.
like it's a summer vacation. Okay.
Yeah. Protective styles. Yeah.
Dope. Well, thanks so much for sharing that with us. I feel like we were all there with you.
Right. Ugh.
How special.
Oh, and party
yeah.
gifts if you can see.
Okay, yep. Got to get the freebies.
A Woo Young and, photo card and a pen. And then during
Money.
work, somebody brought
Ateez money. All right.
fake Ateez money and threw
Make
it up
it
in the
rain.
air.
That'll be the next tour.
So yeah, that was my, yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
And now Peter.
Yeah, moving on to the next group making waves in the U.S. or at least trying to, right?
Yeah, a little different tone here, right?
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say briefly, Katseye seems to be doing really well.
Yeah.
And why is Katseye doing better than Vcha?
The songs kind of fit better with the American pop landscape right now.
Yeah, it's a case of better fit.
As far as music production and choices. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
To be honest, I haven't really dived into Vcha as much as Katseye, just because Katseye have been like, they went to KCON and like they've been releasing
their
music
marketing.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
they're on GMA. All these other things. I think it probably
that's a
helps
good
to have the PR production resources that Hybe has versus Vcha, and also all these documentary and other things. All right, everyone. So now we're going to do K-pop music video reactions. Again, you can watch along with us from home. Just pull up. We're going to do...
Kicking it off with the 5th gen leader, ZeroBaseOne.
5th gen. I can't believe it.
5th gen and leader. Those are two loaded statements right there.
Yeah, wow. Cancel
So
us.
Good So Bad is the name of the song. Good So Bad.
Literally came out like hours ago.
All right. And we're going to react to this song in 3, 2, 1, go.
놓치지 않으려 애쓸수록 그 아픔만 깊어질 뿐이다. 그러니 놓아 그녀를.
Oh, I need to turn on subtitles. I have no idea what they're saying.
That woman was like, he's writing us, I guess, a romance. And that was a famous actor writing. I forget his name.
Okay, we've got the 80s snares. This is like Boy Aegyo.
Matthew showing the shoulder. He's been working out. There's a clean sound in the music production. I like
It's
this.
very bright.
This sounds like a, and I'm not saying this because I'm a stan. This sounds like a Hello Gloom from 20
That's a
song.
compliment.
Yes.
So is that a comic strip behind them there? Is that the script blowing in the wind?
It's like a movie concept.
I think so, yeah, okay.
Cinema
So that
Paradise,
must
I
be a
believe.
storyboard, it's not a comic, yeah.
I kind of want to see more of the choreo. But I like these shots too of the scenes. I don't like blonde hair Jiwoong.
Really? Because he's a
Let's
menace
go back
for
to
me.
natural. Oh, really?
Are those like motorcycle gloves that they're wearing, or you know, just for fashion?
gloves?
You just or ski gloves?
Yeah. Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
What is it? Ricky when I catch you, when I find you, Ricky. Ricky when I catch you, when I
Oh, they still
Ricky,
have
when I
phone
catch you,
booths
Ricky.
in this universe.
모든 얘기 혼자만의 꿈인지 아니라고 해줘 그저 너와 함께 있고 싶은 걸 그게
What is the teddy bear?
They have strong vocals overall. I was always impressed with those from
Yeah.
the show.
Why are they attacking the power grid? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't want to be in the book anymore, I guess.
Oh, I see what's
We're,
happening.
writing,
Okay.
we're writing our own destiny.
Okay, so the characters are writing their own destiny, it looks like.
It's like the crack in the Hunger Games dome, the glitch in the Matrix happening now.
As a writer, though, my anxiety just went up because you hate when.
Oh, it was actually a movie. What?
So is the director real?
Okay.
The writer-director real?
I guess,
or
yeah.
Are
The last scene is real. Like, oh, so pretty, Ricky. You know it.
Well, I was going to ask, like, which is the real reality? Is it the characters or is it the director? And what were they trying to flip it at the end?
I mean, I guess the last scene is the reality that they were filming a movie the whole time. We don't.
But
I know
why
we
put
don't
that
need
in
it.
there, though? That's
there
the
was
thing.
enough of
If
a
you wanted
climax
to-
with cutting
gotta-
the power cords.
You kind of spoon fed us the ZeroBaseOne is like the writer, ZeroBaseOne writing their own destiny. And then if you're just going to come back to actually, oh yeah, this is,
Yeah.
it
Yeah, that's a
still
letdown.
happened eventually. Eh.
Well, it's bright. It's a fun song.
Yeah, bright, fun.
Oh, are we going to do Daebak or not on this? We should have done that for the last song. Are we going to go around and say Daebak or not? Or we're
Yeah.
just not gonna.
No?
Okay. Yeah. Someone other than me go first.
It is a daybok for me. I
It's
think
going to be a nod
Uh-oh.
for Peter.
it's daybok for me. But is it for you, Peter?
Yeah, it's not. I'm sorry. I just. It's not a catchy song. It's a very forgettable song. I like the concept, but
Yeah, they look cute. I can tell it's production quality is high, but that's not enough for a daybok for me.
Yeah,
I mean, I could be
Kenzie apparently
wrong.
produced the track. Kenzie's one of the,
Oh, okay.
the legendary SM producers.
right. But is she the one who never got? No, she got paid. She did like all the Girls' Generation and other stuff, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Chick is the one that didn't initially
Look,
get paid.
I was wrong about In Bloom. I came around to In Bloom.
Yeah. That one was a little more creative, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not as strong as In Bloom. It's nice, but
I think so.
In Bloom is still the top
All right, on to the
Zero
next.
Base One song for me.
All right. Cool. So the
keep
next
it
one
snappy.
is
Sex is
Taemin.
in the air.
To be honest, I've heard this song. I have not seen this video. So this is
Really?
a genuine, literal. I haven't seen any. Nothing's been spoiled for me. Like you, Stephanie, I didn't see any body rolls on social.
I did, yeah. Before I even knew the song came out, I saw body rolls on TikTok,
Oh,
and I was
girl,
like, "All
get-
right, I need to drop everything."
Yeah. Okay. Let's count it down, Peter.
Oh, y'all get ready,
Okay,
y'all.
so
Please get
Taemin-
ready.
Sexy in the Air. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, this is a very trippy visual I'm seeing here. It's like nerve endings or something. I don't.
Yeah, I guess so. It seems like the inside of the body.
Is the body alive?
Classic Taemin walk.
In black and white
Classic.
too. Taemin does a lot of that sort of stuff.
Loves that silhouette.
See, and then Peter, you had
Are written
doubts
down?
about after he left SM that he'd be able to maintain the production quality of himself.
Well, it's not just the production quality; it's also the promotions.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Taemin.
90s.
I love his turns are so sharp. You know, they're really tight.
Abs.
I like his physique too. Like he's got
Oh,
like
yeah.
leaner body. You know,
I love
just
it.
yeah.
It's just
People have
gotten better
compared
and
it to
better.
like a ballet physique. Like he's
Or
very super
ballroom.
lean.
Ballroom
and
is
long.
my
Yeah,
more
long
connection to
legs.
him. Yeah,
Emo
Yeah.
muscle.
because it
I
feels
call
like
it
a
emo
really
muscle.
male ballet. He would be more heavy.
So sharp, yes.
Yeah, very sharp.
With that little breeze blowing through the bangs in that last shot.
What that breeze like? What does it smell like?
Right?
Probably not good.
Yeah.
We're in some industrial area.
Look, y'all are thinking too hard.
Yep. Some pipe just burst.
Oh,
Hey.
Make it wet.
And what is
Waterbomb.
that water? That liquid.
Oh gosh.
I hope it's water. Here we go. Come on.
you know, when I first heard it, I wasn't sold on this change up, but now that I see what he's
Nasty.
doing, it is.
This
I like that.
like it fit.
Oh, raggy
It fits for
bodies
the
here.
video. I still am not a fan of it.
Classic Taemin moves here. Hey. Little peek at the abs. Totally intentional. This part remind me of Idea or Advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that era. Oh, the walk. Swag.
I love his walks. You know, it doesn't have to have a lot of movement for it to still
So
be impactful.
intentional.
Yeah.
Woo! I want to be able to see his body more.
Yeah, the background
this
is really
lighting?
distracting too.
What is he doing?
Yeah,
Silhouette's not
it's
working.
too
Blur,
dark.
yeah. Whew, man. I just realized I was like holding my breath and my shoulders were up.
Like the first.
Ooh, still here.
And this
Me
is
too.
Horizon.
Oh, see,
the
I
song
missed
on
this
the
part.
album
Oh
in the
yeah,
background.
I saw this. Well,
Are we all Daybach? I think we're all Daybach, right?
Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah. It's Daybot because like Taemin is
In the
back.
song.
I'm still not a
Oh,
fan of
the very end,
change
the
up,
dance
though.
break at the very end.
And the lighting.
Yeah.
It's still too.
Yeah, that was a
The dance break at the end. It's still but that first part, that the New Jack Swing part,
You're
like
just a fan,
anytime
yeah.
you have New Jack Swing in K-pop, I'm already in, right? But yeah, it being too dark,
Yes.
like he's doing all that movement that we need to see because
I
it's
can't see.
Taemin.
I think he's telling you gotta go
But I
see it
can't
on his
see
tour.
it. That defeats the purpose.
You gotta,
Is he
you
going
gotta
on
pay-
tour?
Gotta,
I'm still
he's
there.
Well, first, only the Asia dates have been released yet. We haven't gotten any other locations yet.
Can I ask, like, what does it mean to have sex in the air? Does it mean like everyone's like
No, not
sexy
sex in the air,
Sexy
Peter.
in the
It's
air.
sexy. Because the
Okay,
censors,
excuse me.
it's sexy.
me and
I mean,
me and
come on.
Virginia say otherwise.
Yeah, why isn't he saying
He is
sexy
saying
in the
sex
air
in the-
then in the lyrics?
sex is
If
in
he's
the
not
air.
trying to, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The sex is in the air. Mm-hmm. Why don't he just say the title as is? We know what you're doing.
But honestly, what does he mean by this? Like, does it mean like everyone is,
Have
looking
any
for
of
a
us
hookup,
read the
or
lyrics?
does it mean like he is bringing the ambiance of sex?
Bringing sexy
or-
back.
I mean, Cal, what rating?
Oh, no, we-
our-
yeah,
what
go-
no,
rating
we're-
is
go-
the
are we
explaining it to, like, a
conversation?
5-year-old, or are we
Yeah,
explaining it to-
no.
NC-17.
Like, if sexy is in the air, that usually just means it's like funky.
But I don't think that's
And
what he
I'm
meant by
like
it,
there
right?
are different smells, but like no,
Sexy atmosphere.
So-
Yeah.
or like a
Like
sexy
it's on
atmosphere.
everybody's mind.
Like sexy atmosphere is in the air. A spirit of oh gosh, this is gonna sound so sacrilegious.
A spirit of sexy.
A spirit of sexy is in the
So
air.
just everyone's in
I
the
want
mood,
your world
basically.
that pulls me in. Can't you feel it? Sexy's in the air. Trap in my loophole, babe. Sexy's in the air. I don't even know.
Wait,
K-pop
that don't.
capable of being a fantastic troublemaker. Something that turned me down, make me crazy, make me spin around. I'ma be loyal. Who's testing me? I'll tell you who I am. You can't lose me. I'ma make me proud.
I feel like if I asked like
Oh, K-pop.
GPT or Claude or like one of these large language models, like, hey, create like a sexes in the air, like, lyrics, it'd give me something different than this. Even if I added and do it in SM K-pop lyric writing, like it'd still give me something different. So I don't know what's going on with this concept.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just after the after party has ruined all. And that's the worst part is that's an English song. It's not a K-pop song. But in terms of both
What
languages,
does it do,
that song
Joe?
just does it.
Ha! Joe's face. Y'all have to watch the video of this episode.
Okay, well, I think I'm not on this song, but I like the dancing. And
You said not?
He said not. That's what he said.
Yeah, that
He
was
just
too
said he said
quiet.
not.
Say
It's
it with
okay.
your chest.
I like his dancing. I like his walks. I like his dancing.
Yeah.
Mainly in the first verse, second verse, first chorus.
It's tough for me. I love him, love his dancing. I like the break it down part, all the body rolls. I don't know if I'm gonna add it. I don't know.
See,
I think it's just barely Daebak for me. It's just barely.
Okay.
Yeah.
like if it's sexy in the air, I need to see more of
Yeah.
that. Like we had a little bit of it, with like whatever visual scent, like that we saw in the music video, and like the writhing bodies in the wet water on top of each other. Like that to me started sexy in the air, but it didn't feel like it fully brought the zeitgeist of like sexy in the air forward.
Like Shia Junsu Talentele Gra, where he's like being rubbed up on by half naked ladies with like wires and things like that. And they're
totally be rubbed up on. Great comparison.
Yeah.
Xia Junsu from JYJ.
Wait, who is this again?
Yeah,
I feel like
school.
Was Jackson has done this before. Who else? Rain, of course.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Oh, Beko, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Beko.
Sure.
With the elevator remake.
Yeah.
Let's take it one step further.
I mean, this is his first step. This is his first step away from SM. His first step under his new label. It takes a while to come and rebuild an image away from the comfort that he's had under his original company.
But is it just disappointment because he was Taemin, and this is not hitting the Taemin points? Like, it's, to quote New York, it's cute, but cute next to gorgeous, which was like everything at SM. Also, like sexy in the air is the name of the song, and the video is rated 12. That's kind of a letdown already for
I just wanted to appreciate that there were lots of beautiful upvoted photos of beautiful women. So, but
I see a not real person on here.
Well, originally I was going to go through this and we've got 5 versions of the same person, including an AI generated one. But okay. Anyway, I think the one thing that's worth calling out though is Chungha. She's got her new music video comeback coming out soon, and it's called Algorithm, and I think that could work. And it looks like she's got these like different like voguing poses, which we all know that's what she does best. So I like more that vibe, that acoustic style as well. And then Kiss of Life are also going on tour. So shout out to them. Okay, Daebak or not? Stephanie, kick us off.
Daebak or not is our glass half full, glass half empty section where we list a thing and then go around saying how we feel about it in whichever context or way we choose to interpret it. So we are starting off with some sensational news, mainly updating what's been going on in the K-pop scene. First, we have BTS Suga's drunk driving incident sparking global debate over his future. Video footage has come out of him like falling off the scooter. And so there's increased calls for him to depart from BTS. And yeah, just a lot of discourse, conversation on this as the evidence is pretty clear now on how intoxicated he was. So,
well, no, it's actually not clear, right?
What?
So it's the opposite. So, Stephanie, it turns out that the original footage leaked by the press was not Suga.
What?
But a different celebrity.
Who was it?
But
that's pretty funny.
But the thing that the reason why now armies are cancel all media. Which I think is maybe a step a little too far. Yeah, no, it was a real faux pas in reporting here. So
yes, if I just see it like that, I would believe it. Right? I was like, yep, that's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the issue is that I think Suga did maybe fall over or something on a scooter, but the bigger issue is just that people. The reporting originally led everyone to believe that it was, this was Suga in the footage. Not only that, but Suga was held out for I forgot what it's called, the perp walk. You know what I'm talking about?
Walking the line, the test. No. Yeah. Sorry, what do you mean?
So
perp walk.
If you're
handcuffed and arrested?
Yeah. So if you're going out for, right before your sentencing or going to trial. And before you go in, you have the person walk into the courthouse with handcuffs and show in front of the camera. And that already, biases the discourse,
Wow.
and not to mention like the jury, I'm sure. But that same critique was kind of lobbied here in Suga's case. Like, why are we making Suga do the perp walk when like the only other time this actually happened in like Korean history was when it was like a really high profile case where there was like, over like, hundreds of thousands of signatories
that's
to
why they're
make
doing it.
be a thing. So it seems like to at least, getting the reporting wrong, making Suga go through all these, steps. I can understand why Army is wrong. I don't completely agree with the Army reaction to it. I think it is possible to be both upset with the reporting, but also at the same time not call for the end of all like, journalism in the process.
Okay. Well, I'm a not for how the media have it seems like how the media mainly have jumped on like piling on to him and calling for his departure, trying to tarnish his image even more than like the pure facts would do. Like jumping to conclusions, releasing fake stuff too fast, not doing the due diligence on it, parading him out.
Because I wanted a little bit of clarification. So, because even with Tamar's piece that she wrote last week, I was still confused. So, did he actually get caught doing something? They got the wrong footage, or
that's right.
Was this story not?
Yeah. So,
they got the wrong footage.
The footage that I've included in the outline is the original footage.
Okay.
Is the actual CCTV of Suga. The initial stuff that was coming out was a video of a guy that was on like an actual like moped, an electric moped, which is not the thing that he is currently on, which is what looks like a kickboard with a seat.
Now we're all like legal experts on these vehicles that we never knew about.
I mean, I guess I'm a not, because this is as a journalist, this is, in terms of the history of journalism, it's not a great time to be a reporter in the world, either on the pop culture front or on the political front, both of which I've dabbled in. It's like, one, you have politicians all over the world saying that I shouldn't exist. And then you have pop culture, which was technically the safe journalism. But now that's being eaten into. So I'm just like, well, damn, I'm fucked.
Here's hoping things improve, and we're hitting a rock bottom state here.
Yeah, as of right now, he has only been fined and his license has been suspended. He hasn't been charged with anything or for any kind of jail time or community service or anything additionally. But the investigation is still ongoing. He just appeared, and what these photos are from is when he went to the police station and to appear, because he left the scene initially when he shouldn't have. So they're completing their investigation now. The police are, but it is now being reported by the Korea Times and several other places that the military is also going to be doing an investigation on if he's actually been serving his military service correctly and hasn't been getting any favors, to make sure that the military isn't showing any bias towards him as a celebrity.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a developing story, and
still ongoing. These are just kind of updates as to like what has been going on.
And I think we are welcome to be corrected, come what may, as far as factual evidence and whatnot. So I think even the story that we have here may not be actually correct, just given everything that we're learning and what's changing. So I just want to throw that caveat in there. Okay, Katseye?
Yes. So recently on Netflix, Catseye's documentary released, the Pop Star Academy, basically following the formation of their group leading up to the elimination show Dream Academy, the Dream Academy, and then to the final episode is when the girls are picked for the final group. This has been very controversial. TLDR is just that it is a documentary, but it has a clear dramatic storyline in which it creates villain arcs for several members that are currently in Katseye and has those villain arcs for several episodes and only resolves them in like 10 minutes in like one of the last episodes. So it spends a lot of time going through the struggles that ultimately for this whole documentary shows how hard it is combining the Western system and the Korean system because mindsets are so different, especially when you're talking about girls from completely different countries.
And also, like, what are you trying to do with this show? Like, are you trying to use it to positively promote them?
Because as of right now, it is looking like it's hurting a lot of the members that are currently in Katseye.
I think other commentary I saw in the documentary was that I think a lot of the members went into the contest thinking like it was going to be like a meritocracy-based system where like, hey, the more work you put in, the more likely you are to make it in the group. It's about who works the hardest, right? And like Stephanie, we all know this is entertainment, right?
That's what they say. It ain't it.
You know, a lot of this is just based off of popularity.
How you look, who you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even like Bang PD himself has said at one point, like his philosophy isn't necessarily like how good the singer is, which might be like singing
Clearly
and dancing
not.
might be like JYP's focus, but like for Bang PD, he says like no, my philosophy is about stardom quality, and I think there's arguably there's a pragmatic truth to that. Like if you're producing a group, it's not necessarily about the popularity, the technical ability of the members. It's about like what's going to create fame.
Considering how he mixes his songs, it was obvious that the singer was not important.
Well, as somebody who watched this show while folding laundry, I'm a big not on it. And 100% because of Bang PD's part in it. It was so awkward after what we talked about last week with him and the age discrepancy of the women that he hangs out with.
His little friends.
And then seeing him evaluating these very young girls. It was very hard to watch after that story. And he has these like benevolent moments where he's like, I have the power to totally pick whoever I want for the group, but I'm going to let the people decide.
Oh, please.
And I'm just like, no.
No, you're not.
No. The only good thing about this documentary, to be honest, is just that it tells the story of the girls that didn't get into the group.
Yeah.
I won't get into specifics for people that still want to watch it, but it was so great that at least even though they went through the horrible experience that was that training program, or at least how it's portrayed in the show, they still at least get some exposure and get a chance to tell their story.
Yeah, remember how at the end of 16 with Twice, like there was a similar popularity contest and even judging system, and then they kicked members off. But in the end, after they had their final contestants, they still made changes for who made it into the group, including people who were previously kicked off, which I think tells you can't just go off of popularity alone. There still needs to be some business calculus between who you included in a group. Joe, did you have any other final comments here on Katseye?
Yeah, I'm kind of gonna. I think I'm gonna pass on. Like I'm a not. I saw that. I saw this one in the K-pop star. I'm just like, I'm not necessarily interested in either.
I'm a not for the impact it's possibly having on the members. That's no good.
Yeah, baggage.
Last
Waterbomb.
Woo. Waterbomb LA. I think a lot of us have been watching the lineup announcements and getting pretty excited, but then they announced the ticket prices and the seating arrangement. So now we're less excited. Apparently the stadium style, it's going to be stadium style seating in LA. And this is the first Waterbomb they're doing in the US. So it's not going to have that festival vibe where you kind of like walk around to different parts of the venue or see different performances. It's just going to be
like multiple stages,
like seated in a stadium. That's pretty lame. And the ticket prices are quite high. I think to be on the floor, it's over $300. To be the cheapest tickets are $135. It looks like to be like far up in the bleachers, $135, and this is for one day. So maybe you need to pay. You need to pay like twice that to go for both days. It's like, it's a lot, man. I don't know. I'm clicking into here for the 2-day price. Weekend 1 fees is $600 and weekend 2 is $550. You got to be loaded to go to this event.
But Stephanie, will you go to see Monet live?
Oh,
because Jay Park is going to be there.
That's the trade-off. Yeah, you know, for someone who's American
and he doesn't need a visa,
like,
so you know he can go.
Hella fans in LA. He like never comes to LA. Like,
or performs rather. I'm sure he goes to LA all
he be
the time,
hanging out in LA. But he don't perform. So I thought about it, but I'm actually double booked with something else I'm doing. So and I get like possibly camp vibes from this. Maybe we'll see what happens. Like real time, and maybe I'll go to year 2. That's what I'm coming to terms with.
I'm a not on this because so far this rollout has been very bad. Like, and I feel like there's still so much more information that we don't know, and the tickets are on sale currently. So people have already paid that $600, $300, whatever money, and we still don't have anything else really confirmed. There's like this thing called the Water Plaza, which I think is maybe something that they're going to be setting up outside of the stadium where the actual water part is going to be. But again, there's no information because it's just whatever they're adding to their Instagram descriptions, and then there's nothing else on the website.
Yeah, well, update your website, y'all.
Yeah, I found that really irritating. So I was originally going to do a K-pop club night event during Waterbomb, but we opted to move it just so that we didn't kind of compete with all the K-pop fans going to this event. I think it's still going to have Poll, and I think it will still be a good event, but I think it also costs more money to produce these types of events in LA versus, say, Korea or other parts of the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that might be accounting for some of the increased costs and fees, just given cost of production here in the United States and LA especially. And, let's not forget, there's this like whole water element, to these concerts. And I'm sure that drives up like insurance and other things too. So I'm actually still Daybach on this. Unrelated to LA, but I just want to appreciate how good Sandra Park looked at I think it was Singapore.
Waterbomb Singapore.
And
she looks so good.
She looks so good.
Wow.
She's having
Hasn't
her
aged
Kwan
today.
B moment right now.
Yeah.
I think there's some padding in her bra probably, but still she looks great.
Whatever.
Yeah.
A little support. Little push. We ain't mad at it. We love you, girl.
I wonder what K-Will is going to wear on stage.
K-Will, yeah. I don't usually see him like sporting a, shirtless, but I'm down.
We'll see. Hopefully we'll see. Hopefully it all works out.
Some shirtless ballads in the rain, taking it back. I'm down for that. Okay.
All right. We done?
I think that's about it.
Yep. Okay, let our listeners know they can find you each on your socials and stuff. So Joe, kick us off.
All right. So I am Journalistic Joe on Instagram. And you can also catch me the first weekend of September at Asian Arts Initiative, where we will be having our block party. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, look at my socials and Asian Arts Initiative socials. It'll be a fun time.
All right. I'm at DJ Peterlo. Follow me for K-pop parties all the time, all over the place. Stephanie?
I'm Catchlight27 on Instagram.
And I'm at PDNim on our K-Popcast Slack, and you can find all of us on our K-Popcast Slack.
And also, if you want to support the show, please consider donating to our Ko-fi. Links to all of that in the episode description.
Shout out to Lady Simsa, if I'm saying their username correctly, but they
Thank you so
chipped in
much.
for a $15 monthly subscription, so huge shout out for that.
Woo. Keeping the lights on, girl. Thank you.
Thanks for the support.
See y'all next time.
Nothing but a pee thing, baby. Play 위엔 빵과 cheese, we ate that. 곁으로는 애들처럼 left no crumbs. 눈치 보지 말고 그냥 have some fun. 미쳐버린 꽃마치 BC girls. 거짓없이 튀어 올라가 we level up. 우리가 좀 아프지만 그냥 지기는 걸 알아가는 중이야. Let's see that older. 이건 썰빈 어떤 맛이든지 babe. Yeah, 입을 크게 벌려 taste it. Oh, 너같이 on my bread. It's giving 4 plus 4. 물색도 quick mad. 깨끗이 ate that. Oh, 비워버린 my plate. It's giving 4 plus 4. Is that the quick mad? Yes, this I ate that. 1, 2, 3 to the 4. Young Posse baby, if you know that you know.